Alright, let's get this thing started.
しかし未知をゼロに返すための
그렇다고 이렇게 비를 맞아서야 쓰나.
And tactic as here it is. Invitation to dream. Since you are a prince, you defeat the dream monster. After the incident on the SS identity, Adelheid cannot fall asleep. Read her fairy tales and guide her to a peaceful dream world. Yeah, I'm aware. Mir arrived with a somewhat tired expression. Greetings, Captain. Oh, Amir, what's wrong? Well, it's something I'd like to ask of you. The lawful interrogation process for Rimo was arrested in this incident. It's taken a bit longer than expected. On top of that, Chief Yuki left to investigate something that's not returned. It's become difficult to look after Adele for the time being. So, I hate to impose, but I'd like to ask you to watch it out once again, Captain. But it's not a problem at all. However, there's a slight problem. The rumor case was resolved, but as a side effect of that incident, issues keep cropping up here and there, like lingering embers. I've handled it a few times myself. When Edo woke up and found out about it, she hasn't been able to fall asleep easily. Until now, I've somehow managed to stay by her side, assure her, after her, and put her to sleep. It seems that incident left a deep mark on her heart. No matter how brave a child she is, she's still just a young child. Moreover, besides that incident, wounds from the more distant past haven't fully healed yet. It would be absurd to think that all wounds would disappear just because the incident was resolved. Don't worry about it, I'll take care of her. Thank you so much, Captain. It's about time for Adele's nap. These past few days, she hasn't been able to sleep easily. But I can trust her to you with peace of mind, Captain. Amir and Adelheid's quarters. Shortly after, I arrived at the quarters where Amir was staying and was able to meet Adelheid. Ah, Captain. Big sis Amir told me. She said she's busy and so I have to play with you for a few days. But if I fall asleep, other people might get hurt again. Then they'll lie down in pain like Clara, and I won't be able to play together. Big sis Amir is the Steel Princess, so she can protect me, but Captain, you're a prince. A witch would be one thing, but what if something terrible happens with a really strong, big bad wolf? Adele looks absolutely terrified. Like this the whole time. Jenna picked up a fairy tale book at books Adelheid was holding and spoke. It'll be okay if I read you a fairy tale. Huh? It'll be okay if you read a fairy tale? Can you even defeat the wolf? Of course, because it's a fairy tale read by a prince. Is that how it works? We've been watching Adelheid's sparkling eyes with a pleased expression, soon greeted us politely. Well then, I'll leave her in your care, Captain. Go attend to my work. Okay, don't worry too much and come back safely. Bye! Captain, so then, while I'm sleeping, you're going to read me a fairy tale? Of course, let's see, which story should I read? Ideally, it'd be good to read a fairy tale that would help heal Adelheid's wounds. I opened the book and decided to choose a fairy tale to read Adelheid. first story. What should I do? The big white wolf appeared. Help me, Captain. Listen to Adelheid's story. Adelheid, having finished preparing for a nap, asked Mike with curiosity. So which fairy tale are you going to read? It's a fairy tale called Little Red Riding Hood. Adelheid's dreams are in a heightened state due to her worries, confusion, anxiety, and rumors meddling. Perhaps by using this phenomenon, I might be able to heal the wounds that have been troubling Adelheid. Reassuring Adelheid, who looked slightly worried, I slowly began to reading the fairy tale. Once upon a time, Little Red Riding Hood lived with her grandmother. As the fairy tale began, Adelheid gradually fell asleep. That was quick. And then the illusion created by Adelheid's anxious emotions covers my vision. Okay, it's the same line there. Already did this one in advance. Adelheid, a fairy tale. Ooh. One day, Little Red Riding Hood decided to prepare a gift for her sick mother. Mother spoke to Little Red Riding Hood with concern. Little Red Riding Hood, what did Mother tell you to do when heading outside? Little Red Riding Hood answered in an excited voice. Bring back my three animals all over the forest. I had to read that first, but then it doesn't disappear quick. Bring my cloak so I don't catch a cold. Come home before it gets dark. And the other one was... what was it? Explore far and wide. Beware of the scary wolf. Taste unfamiliar fruit. I'm gonna go with beware the scary wolf. Arriving in the meadow, Little Red Riding Hood decided to make a one-of-a-kind bouquet. One rose, one daffodil. That's a bad wolf. What should I do? Just then, the sound of a crying came from across the widow. A woo! What did she do? She hid in the bushes. She burst into tears loudly. She shouted at the wolf. I am going with she hood. She hid in the bushes. How much time has passed? She cannot hear the scary crying anymore. Little Red Riding Hood began to miss her mother. Running home and flinging the door open, her mother was sitting in the living room. Mother, why are you wearing a wolf costume? Mother, I saw a wolf. Her mother's empty eyes gazed tenderly at the Little Red Riding Hood, and then whispered in a very, very tender voice. What did you say? It's my new outfit. Run away, the wolf has come. It's gotten cold. Little Red Riding Hood decided to prepare a gift for his sick mother. The rule Little Red Riding Hood had recalled before excursion was, beware of the scary wolf. While picking flowers to make a bouquet, she heard the howling of a wolf fortunately. Little Red Riding Hood, who hid herself in the bushes, was able to avoid the wolf's eyes. After the wolf left, Little Red Riding Hood ran home, startled. Captain? What happened to Little Red Riding Hood? I got that one wrong. And go back. Beware of the scary wolf. Hid in the bushes. This one. Ran home and started and agreed with the Little Red Riding Hood was the sight of her parents being attacked by the wolf. Adelheid's parents were attacked by something disguised as a wolf. Given the circumstances, most likely a monster. Mother, father. Fluffy cat. Buy a cat. Enter the dream world. No, this is just a fairy tale. Ooh. As the story proceeds, Adelheid's nightmare slowly deepens. I don't know how tightly she closes her eyes or covers her ears. The howl of the wolf draws closer. Hey, we're back here. Blood. The wolf has appeared. Run away. Dead. This isn't a dream? The dream world has once again become a street of nightmares. A wolf wearing a red cloak tears through the dream world with a roar. The screams of terrified people fill the streets. As I fell asleep, the wolf, big red wolf, has come back again. The cruel truth buried in the depths of her memory intertwines with the fairy tale. Adelheid flees once more from the nightmare that has appeared before her eyes. Adele, look at me. Adelheid lifts her head and meets my eyes. You don't have to wander through your nightmares alone anymore. Let's punch the big red wolves together. Yeah, if I'm with you, maybe I can do it. The girl's legs tremble faintly as they support her body, yet she musters her courage and faces the wolf. The wolf is merely a shape created by fear and forgotten memories. Bubble. Red Hood of Courage. Doggy and Teddy will join the battle. That's a lot of Doggy and Teddy.
나쁜 늑대를 물리치 잡히지 않아. 내 친구들을 지켜줘. 나쁜 늑대를 물리치자. 잡히지 않아. 나쁜 늑대를 달려 멍멍아.
It counts itself. Good to know.
잡히지 않아. 내 친구들을 지켜줘.
Oh, those aren't blessing cards, that's why.
나쁜 달려 멍멍아. 잡히지 않아. 달려 멍멍아.
Die faster. There we go. Oh, it's a cat. It's a nice little cat. Get it later. Adelheid strokes the soft cat fur and falls into a deep sleep. Then once she encountered the wolf, the world grew dim and the story began to twist into a nightmare. The cruel truth buried deep in her memories comes forth as reality, threatening Adelheid once more. But Adelheid no longer ran away and faced her nightmare head on. The captain, even the big bad wolf isn't scary. But Adelheid no longer ran away and faced her nightmare head on. At the girl's courage, the wolf shed its distorted guise, and the dream world regained its original colors. That's a little cat. Let's claim all these rewards. So I'm gonna make a shorter stream based on how far I've already made it. The rabbit is acting strange, Captain. It's done something wrong. It seems angry. The rabbit, eh? Why is it always something red? And right asks if I've ever seen a red rabbit. Addo dreams of following a rabbit that appeared in a nightmare and falling into an endless burrow. Do that quickly. Say soul collector. It did say soul collector. Heidmarie.
네, 하이데마리입니다.
Your data. Okay. Doesn't mean anything
사랑을
crazy because this is just
나눠드릴게요.
the first level.
당장 전력으로 부딪혀. 신중해. 떠올라라.
Kind of auto.
여러분, 준비하시죠. 뒤늦은 후회보단 앞으로 나아갈 힘을. 말씀만 주세요. 야! 사랑을 점치지 않겠어요. 응징하겠어요. 여러분, 준비하시죠. 말씀만 주세요. 이게 바로
Hear this?
제 진심이랍니다. 야, 내 음성을 들어라. 여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 사랑의 힘으로. 작은 빛을
Give it a little
모아
bomb.
날카롭고 찬란하게. 여러분, 준비하시죠. 에덴이티의 이름. 야, 준비됐어요. 여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 신중 확인해보자. 기운이 나셨나요? 준비됐어요. 야! 사랑을 전파할게요. 사랑을 담아 도와드릴게요. 지지 않겠어요. 모두의 힘을 여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 제 마음을 받아주세요. 힘이 될 거예요. 도움이 됐나요? 뒤늦은 후회보단 앞으로 나 응징하겠어요. 말씀만 주세요. 어떤 고민이든 귀담아 들을게요. 내 마음을 여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 야! 사랑을 내 마음을 받아주세요. 죽음은
Quick kill.
두렵지 않아요. 그렇기에 맞서 싸울 겁니다.
So,
후회하실 필요 없습니다. 시작 예상 소요 시간
제
확인.
사랑이 전해졌을까요?
계획대로 완수했습니다.
that was easy. Again, it was only 3 distortion attacks. Back to second story. Adele, who's eating rabbit-shaped cookies as a snack, suddenly stared intently at the cookies and asked a question. Captain, have you ever seen a red rabbit? A red rabbit? Yeah, I saw a red rabbit a long time ago. That rabbit said we should go somewhere together. So I followed the rabbit and went to the rabbit hole. And then... it was dark and there was a lot of square shiny things. I can't remember well. Oh right, Captain. What should we eat next? Peculiar avoidance reaction. Could there be some past memory related to rabbits? The dark with rabbits came up. Choosing the fairy tale was simple. Then we're good to read a story related to Wonderland. Interesting choice you picked there. It's almost like there's a version of Tenebria connected as well. Interessante. A moment later, after Adele had fallen asleep, what appeared was a huge rabbit hole. Alright, shall we go in? Oh, it's the same one. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. In the sound of a loud clock, the girl lifts her head and the rabbit's fidgeting anxiously. I'm so busy, the queen will be angry if I'm late. Hopping rabbit disappeared. The rabbit disappeared at a rapid pace, leaving red footprints behind. Where is it going? She peered through the bushes. She followed the footprints. She erased the footprints. Oh no! The girl searching for the rabbit fell into a deep hole. Ow! Tears wet up in the girl's eyes. Through the tears, the delicious snacks came into view. Let's see. Bubbling juice, sticky mushroom. Adele likes sweet things. Bubbling juice, sticky mushrooms, sparkling cake. I'm gonna go with sparkling cake. That should be sweet. Unable to resist the overwhelming sleepiness, the girl fell into a deep slumber. After a while, the booming sound of a trumpet jolted her awake. Silence! The trial of the queen shall now commence. A well-mannered child, a good child. Beloved Queen of Hearts, I present to you the fresh criminal with a beating post. Please observe. As soon as the rabbit finished speaking, the soldiers dragged the girl before the queen. What did she do? She play dead? She paid respect to the queen, she ran away. The girl saw a red rabbit rushing by. Seeing them running out, she decided to follow the rabbit's footprints. The girl fell into a deep sleep chasing a rabbit, saw snacks before her eyes. The girl decided to take a big bite of the sparkling cake, and then scraped her knee, miraculously healed. Before she knew it, the girl fell asleep, was seized by the soldiers, and dragged before the Queen of Hearts. The girl decided to greet the queen. I want to go home. Adelheid seems to have been captured by someone who told her to follow them and was provided with food. If Red Rabbit is a pirate, then the queen must be the leader of the pirates. And this is referencing what we saw in the Season 3 story. Hopping rabbit. I'm sorry, I won't follow the rabbit again. Over here, over here! Follow me and I'll give you a sweet cake. The story proceeds, Adelheid's nightmare deepens once again. The ticking sound of the clog hand, the hopping sound of rabbit's feet, and Adelheid's heartbeat gradually resonate faster. And this is from the Season 2. Where is this? No, it's dark, scary. The fairy tale story met Adelheid's memories and revived as a terrible nightmare. I can't know everything Adelheid experienced in the past. You can only defeat the nightmares so she can dream happy dreams. And look at that! An Alice in Wonderland doll. A small doll lies at the entrance of the rabbit hole. His horribly crushed face seems to further stroke Adelheid's fear. Captain. I followed the rabbit by mistake and got lost. But the rabbit keeps coming to scare me. What should I do? We just need to punish this rabbit. Shall we go together? Adelheid, who had been hesitating, soon reaches out her small hand as if she made up her mind to do something. Captain, you obviously can't let go of my hand, okay? This way. Busy, so busy. Hurry and follow me. Okay, that's the end of that. 1, 2, 3. The girl who found her courage threw herself into the rabbit hole by her own will. The rabbit that knocks on her bedroom door every night might be her own memories, bound together by fear. Spirit Fox. The rabbit, distorted by red flames, gleams with shining eyes. Just as the rabbit is about to disappear deeper into the hole, the girl blocks its path. Wait a moment. I hate this place. Don't scare me ever again. Dream Guide. Not to confuse with Dream World. Oh, 5 Dream Guides, that's why. There's no time for this. This is... yes, Spirit Fox.
나쁜 늑대의 그곳에선 모두가 행복하게 살았답니다. 잡히지 않아. 나쁜 늑대. 잡히지 않아. 내 친구들을
Use both of
지켜.
those.
내 친구들을 지켜줘.
Using the 4 stacks.
나쁜 늑대를 축제가 열렸나봐.
Doggy.
잡히지 않아. 같이 동화책을 읽자. 잡히지 않아. 나쁜 늑대를 같이 동화책을 읽자. 잡히지 않아. 나쁜 늑대.
Whoops.
달려, 멍멍아. 잡히지 않아. 으이? 나쁜 늑대를 물리치자. 잡히지 않아. 나쁜 늑대를 물리치자.
Oh,
잡히지 않아.
and there was a doggy. That's a nice little rabbit. As Adelheid fought against her fear, the monster amalgamated from terror lost its power and returned to its original form. Busy, so busy. There's no time for this. The little rabbit hurriedly escaped from the dream world. Look, it's normal now. A small doll tumbles out of the rabbit's swaying bundle. Adelheid held the doll, now rested, restored to peace, in her arms and closed her eyes. Along with the ticking of the clock, the rabbit's footsteps grow distant. The girl also regains her slow breathing, sleeping soundly. The moment of the ground beneath the Adelheid's feet collapses, the girl was swept into endless darkness. As the ticking of the clock and the rabbit's footsteps grow faster, the dormant memories came alive in the dream world. Once again, Adelheid threw herself in the rabbit hole of her own will. The girl faced her fears. If I hold the captain's hand, I can be brave and go anywhere. The girl faced her fears. The massive tangled monster had lost its power and returned to its original form. It's nice little stories. Not as clear about the trauma. You can still get the idea, but not as clear about the trauma as it was with Heidmarie's third story. Captain, where is this? It's cold and dark. Or meet in a mirror, Adelheid lives in a fairy's house on a flying island in the sky. Though she hadn't seen the fairies since, the fairy visits Adelheid's anxious dreams once again. This is about the pirate. I don't know why I was about to say soldier. Captain, you're living in a huge emerald castle now. Wizard of Oz? That's right. And where did you live before living there? Because I was at the fairy house before. Really? Then where were you before you were at the fairy house? Huh? Originally, I was happy with Mom and Dad. There were so many fairies at the fairy house. Another peculiar avoidance reaction, as if deliberately refusing to think about Mommy and Daddy. Still, the fact that she's recalling relatively more realistic things than before suggests she's recovering little by little. Oh, and there was also Mr. Bear. What'd I say? At the fairy house? Mr. Bear? Yeah, Mr. Bear suddenly has read me books and gave me snacks. I want to meet him again and play. Well, he's a bit too holy for you right now. Oh, right. We'll read books too, like Mr. Bear? Yes, I will. I'll read you this today. Goldilocks? Wow. One enters a fairy tale, one must also know how to return to reality. Even if not right now, someday, Adelheid will grow up to be an adult. One cannot live trapped in their fantasies forever. For Adelheid's future as well. So, the fairy tale I'd read to Adelheid was already decided. The girl sitting in a small room saw a sparkling light outside the window. The fairy tapped on the window, sprinkling shimmering purple dust. The room began to sparkle, and the girl felt her body become light. Sparkling fairy. It's flying. She was surprised to hear the fairy's tiny voice. Now, you can fly too. Oh, hide under the blanket. Let's fly to the sky. I won't chase the fairy away. That's what that does. Good to know. I'm flying. The girl was flying through the sky now too. Children held hands and floated among the clouds. So it's Peter Pan. Far away, far away, we'll fly. Look, I see an island. Just then, one child waved their hand. Said toward the island. I want to stay here. Let's go home now. Head towards the island. The girl arrived at the sparkling island. None of the children who came with her were crying. No one was. Hello. How are you today? Everyone's smiling. Dell was not alone. That is. Yes, good. We were crying, no one was alone. The purple fairies scattered glittering dust into the sky. The children flew higher and laughed. It's okay. The island fantasy is always a happy place. The fairy said so. Hearing the fairy, the girl, what did you do? I'm good. Just checking out this quick little event for now. I'm also ready, getting really excited for all the stuff to come as well. Sure wonder what happiness really meant. She left the island behind. She stayed in the island of fantasy. Probably not the right answer, but the girl in the small room felt her body become lighter, and thanks to the fairy's sparkling dust, the girl didn't resist. By accepting the sparkling dust, she was able to fly through the sky. In the small room, all the children were flying through the sky. The girl decided to fly toward the island. In the end, the fairy came to the girl who had arrived on the island of fantasy. The girl wondered what happiness truly was. Captain, I don't think the girl would act like that. Flies to the sky. Head toward the island. Let's see, was that the right one? It was. I want to go back home. Adelheid was captured by the pirates. She seems to have been injected with some kind of gas and moved around from place to place. This one remained aside as Island of Fantasy, but appears to actually be the pirates' hideout. I don't see the corrupted fairy we saw earlier. So Tenebria will be a standard banner character, and so will Faye after. They both will be standard banner characters. The only seasonal of season 3 is Heidmarie. Butterflies fluttering. Adele was a bad child. Because of Adele, I lost mom and dad. On the island of fantasy, everyone is happy. Let's live together, Adelheid. As the story approaches its end, Adelheid's nightmare grows so thick that she can't tell what lies ahead. The laughter of the children who became fairies echoes from all directions. Now, spirits. No, I'm scared. Please, help me. The fairies are laughing happily, but Adelheid is trembling with fear instead. There was a... Yep. Heidmarie and Serenial. We might get another seasonal with season 4. We will be getting a season with season 5 because that's the anniversary patch, and we'll probably get another one around Christmas. So that's gonna be back to back to back to back. Because we're gonna have we're gonna have season 4, which might have one. It's 50-50 on it will or not. Season 5 will, so it's gonna be season 3, season 5 for sure. I don't know about season 4. And then season 6 probably will, because that will again overlap with Christmas. Wait, no. Season 6 will be in 2027. Season 5, since it starts in October, will run for 9 weeks after that, meaning that will run into December, meaning if it was a season, it would be the in-between character, if they would do a season there. which I don't know if they would do. Yeah, for sure, season 5. Season 4, I don't know. Season 6, I don't know. Memories of the past in the island of fantasy from Fairy Tale must have created this distorted nightmare. I have to get out of here. But where to? I'm going to become a big tree. I'll grow really big. Lots and lots of eating to grow strong. I'm hungry. Look at this. My body is all colorful. But why am I so sleepy? Hey, if you go this way, there's a path. No, I'm telling you, it's that way. Hey, are you going this way? No, you're going with me, that way. Adelheid, where will you go? I think we will be getting the 7 free summons again, because that's something they like to do a lot of. We'll probably getting both the selectors again, probably up to the banner before, what's it called? So we'll get every character up into the end of season 4 probably. Is what they're gonna do. Minus seasonals. They might give a Omega code as well. I could see them giving us an Omega code. I'm gonna go left. I can't get out of here. What should I do? I can't stay on the island of fantasy with the fairies forever. It's time to go home now. We're completely trapped. There doesn't seem to be any way to get out of here. It's okay. We haven't lost our way yet. Adelheid gropes through the darkness, reaching out her hand. The hand she carefully grasped was trembling slightly. Yeah, I trust you, Captain. Because you're my prince. Let's go back home together, Captain. Return home. The girl who moves forward. With made up her mind, the girl stood up and began to walk. From that day on, the girl who had been sitting still finally began to move forward, one step at a time. The Eternal Island of Fantasy is a place of eternal happiness. You'll be fine if you stay here. There's the ferry. But you know, why are you trying to leave the island of fantasy? The outside world is a sad place. Let's be happy here. No, I don't like it here. I'm getting out of here. The kind Fairyman said to go too. I'm going back. Let's fight. The one Adelheid raised her voice. A small key fell. No, we'll be together here forever. In terms of who I think would fit the story, I'd say Abyssal Euphine would be great. She's a girl with a bunch of trauma already. As for who else, who else could be fun? There's a lot of characters, so it takes a second. Personally, I want my favorite character to be here, which is for my 7, which is Luna. But I don't know. I'd be fine with either her ice version or her moonlight version. Both are good. But the moonlight version has PTSD with Anebria, so it would be funny to see them interact. But outside of those ones, Araminta would also be great because she researches chaos, so that would be kind of cool to see chaos in another light. Vivian with her universe hopping could be cool to see. Angelica. Yeah, that could work. Anyone else? I think that's a good selection for now. It's not too late. They're actually very generous with the new player rewards. And again, if you need any help, you can always feel free to reach out to me and I can give you any tips you need. Let's see. For a new player, you're going to be getting 16 MO5s. 3 selectors for limiteds. Enough gear for all of them. So yeah, you'll be set. You'll get a lot of stuff to boost you. And that's not counting any other standard banner characters you'd also be able to select. You can also focus 7 heroes and 7 artifacts.
나쁜 축제가 열렸나 잡히지 않아. 나쁜 내 친구들을 지켜줘. 잡히지 않아. 같이 동화책을 읽자. 나쁜 늑대를 물리치자. 달려, 멍멍 달려, 멍멍아 달려, 멍멍아. 잡히지 않아. 야! 성이 날 지켜줄 거야.
If you thought Epic 7, Crazy Number was generous, Epic 7 is more so.
나쁜 그곳에선 모두가 행복하게 살았답니다. 잡히지 않아. 책이 쾅! 나쁜 늑대를 잡히지 않아. 내 친구들을 지켜줘. 나쁜 늑대 달려! 멍멍 달려! 멍멍아!
Almost.
잡히지 않아. 물거품이 될 수. 날 지켜줄 거야. 나쁜 늑 잡히지 않아. 내 친구들을 지켜줘. 나쁜 늑대를 물리치 같이
Just to be
동화책을
extra
읽자.
cool, I'm gonna do all 4 doggies.
잡히지 않아. 달려, 멍멍아.
But only one activated, of course. Nice, one of these things. As Adelheid walked out of the nightmare that had trapped her on her own, the monster that had tried to bind her returned to its true form. We can fly anywhere. Adelheid gently closes her eyes, thinking of the kind bear man and those waiting for her. The dead bear man? The girl falls asleep peacefully, knowing that she can return to where tomorrow awaits, where everyone is. A nice ending. As the fairies scattered the sparkling dust, the fans began to invade reality. The old space where she had been and forgotten memories became an inescapable, sealed nightmare trying to trap Adelheid. Adelheid opened her eyes and stood up to return home. If I caught the captain's hand, I could go back home. The fairies' room that had imprisoned the girl was shattered, and beyond, a new dream world filled with adventure unfolded. Last one. Oh, Captain, is this perhaps... When the dream world stabilized, Adelheid wants to hear a new story from the captain. The captain awkwardly begins a tale based on memories of the S's nightmare. Let's see how this goes. How does it go making up your own fairy tale? Adelheid, who had been drawing diligent for a while, showed me her sketchbook and said, Captain, look at this. Oh, what a pretty drawing. What is it? Yeah, this is a steel pumpkin carriage that Big Sister Amira rides, and this is me. Okay, so she views Amir as a steel version of Cinderella. Interesting. Once upon a time, Mr. Bear waved goodbye. Adelheid got lost while adventuring along the Golden Brick Road. We've got one giftless combatant. I think it's going to be pretty hard to get another one, because currently the only giftless combatant we have is 9. But one that's purely a menace could be fun to see. Oh, and remember another character that would be good to see in Epic 7. The one who tortured Abyssal Euphine, Wretched Rose. He'd also be good to see. And now got lost while adventuring along the Golden Brick Road. Wizard of Oz. Then, the Steel Princess saved the small girl. Where's Yuki? Yeah, Yuki's super fast, so she went to catch the big bad wolf somewhere else. No idea what fairy tale that's supposed to be. When Yuki catches all the big bad wolves and comes back, she buys tons of spicy food and asks me to eat dinner together. I can't really eat spicy food, so Big Sister Samira scolds Yuki and makes food for me. After several days of reading fairy tales and resolving side effects, Adelheid was able to stabilize considerably. Also, Adelheid's expression and behavior regained their brightness from before the Rimwell incident. Should I read you another fairy tale? No. This time I want to hear a fairy tale by you. Fairy tale by me? Yeah, I want to hear something new. Something new? Naturally, I don't have much talent for creative writing. I don't recall receiving any training for that either. You expect me to get trained for writing? But Adelheid is already looking at me with eyes full of anticipation. Thinking I had no choice, we can fumble through making up a story. Oh, Captain, is this perhaps... Oh, well, yes. This is a story about a protagonist swept away by a storm. In a certain village, there lived a holy knight who could calm terrible storms. The villagers who escaped from the storm all revered and followed the holy knight like a hero. But then, in the peaceful village, the villagers began disappearing one by one. At that time, the hurting people is bad. At that time, the girl came to the protagonist, asking for help to protect the villagers. Then, it turned out the holy knight was a twisted holy knight who calmed the storm by offering villagers as sacrifices. What did they do? They taught the holy knight a lesson. They rejoiced because the storm had been stopped. They advised that the sacrifice was necessary. They taught the holy knight a lesson. Yeah, they killed him. Next. The protagonist who left the village met an angry girl whose precious treasure had been stolen. Promising to retrieve the girl's treasure, the protagonist entered a huge castle with her, chasing the thief. What a shock! Inside the castle, a monster cursed by a witch was rampaging wildly. The thief claimed they needed the treasure to defeat them. Together, we can do anything. The thief claimed they needed the treasure to defeat the monster and asked the girl and the protagonist for help. It turned out the thief was actually was a very powerful magic swordsman who was trying to stop the cursed monster. What did they do? They taught the monster a lesson. They stole the treasure. They advised that bad things were necessary. Taught the monster a lesson. And the protagonists continuing their journey met 3 mercenaries in an underground labyrinth. One day, one of the mercenaries reveals her true identity and asks for help. There's a princess who had hidden her identity to investigate the labyrinth's secrets. Yeah. Rest in peace, Judas. He lived and died as an aura farmer. As did the princess and her little sister. In the process, they discovered that the princess's younger sister had been enchanted by an evil wizard and was trapped deep within the labyrinth. However, as expected, rescuing the sister was truly difficult. Due to the evil wizard's schemes, a terrifying monster blocked their path. What did they do? They escaped from the labyrinth. They revealed the princess's identity. Taught the evil wizard and the monster a lesson. I'm not sure I got those ones right. In a certain village, there was a twisted holy knight who would defeat storms by offering people to sacrifice. The protagonist defeated the holy knight who had been sacrificed to people and rectified the stain on justice. Judas' sacrifice was to justify the sacrifice of the few. Even if it was to protect the precious people, I don't want to show this child such darkness. Shortly after, the girl who had lost her jewel and the protagonist discovered the monster cursed by a witch, and the protagonist joined forces with their companions to defeat the monster. and recover the precious jewel. Treasure having to face a friend who had become a monster, and the efforts spent chasing after stories of a lost friend. Perhaps it's best to leave it just as a tale of bravery and adventure. I got the last one wrong. Something feels strange. Afterward, the protagonist met the secret princess and decided to rescue the princess's younger sister. When captured by a monster and an evil wizard, the protagonist decided to reveal the princess's identity. The monster and the evil wizard. That's strange. Yeah, I think that was right. But she did reveal her identity, but that's not the answer they were looking for. Let's see, did I get it right this time? I did. Wow, that's such an amazing story. Yeah, I'm forever hoping we get Judas in some form, but I doubt we will. Afterward, the protagonist met the secret princess and decided to rescue the princess's younger sister, who had been captured by a monster and an evil wizard. I need to spoil 1 second. Replicas are made from merging monsters together via a substance known as Heidmarie. So no, she is not still a human, and she was never human in the first place. As part of her whole identity, she's trying to learn to be like a human, because she is not a human. The Emperor used Tyver and Tiana. I don't know why, but I hope the two of them live for each other now. And once again, the protagonists are set off on the journey as reading a fairy tale for a brave girl. With this, my story comes to an end. I do hope Adelheid enjoyed it. And there's a sticker. I want to become cool like the captain and listen to her story. After the long story ended, I looked at Adelheid. Adelheid's expression was unreadable, which somehow made my heart sink. Was it not fun? No, it's not that. This is a... You know, stories you told me, are they all about you? You really defeated nightmares magnificently. That's amazing. How did you know? I just had a feeling for some reason. Okay, I can show you. I just had a feeling for some reason. Hey, Captain, you really are a prince from a fairy tale. A really strong prince at that. When I grow up, I want to be like you. What do you think? Can I become like you? I'm sure someone like you can become an even more wonderful person than me. Really? Oh, right. Captain, it's almost nap time, so I need to go to sleep now. Ah, that's alright. It's already nap time. I put Adelheid, who wanted to take a nap, to bed and covered her with a blanket. Adelheid, seeming to be in a better mood, spoke excitedly. I hope I dream of becoming a wonderful person like you. You do too, right, Captain? So we'll become strong like Big Sister Mirror and cool like you. And everyone will become happy. Adelheid said these things when she fell asleep. And the side effect of dreams memorizing into reality no longer occurred. I want to become alright about that. Now that I've finished this, I'm going to do a quick run so I can show you how to get the secret monster. Claim all this. Here. I go here. I'm gonna do the lowest level so I can do it as fast as possible. Sure, do something like this.
レノア임무 개시.
I'll treat the two in a second after the stream. 6. Rather than this path.
대기 중. 준비됐어. 지워질 거야.
Just keep going. Please let me get it early. No, this is not it.
함장! 잠시 정비 중이었습니다.
I'm having trouble finding this card. And I found it instantly. Not either.
대기 중. 칠흑 속에 새겨지는 죄들이여.
전 이런 것도 할 수 있습니다. 이 정도쯤. 여러분, 준비하시죠. 에덴이티의 이름. 첫하!
준비됐어.
대단하시네요.
덤벼. 자비 따윈 없어.
어떻게 있겠어요? 저는 늘 후회한답니다.
The most common rare event.
지지 않겠어요. 여러분, 준비하시죠. 지지 않겠어요. 여러분, 야!
대기 중. 지워질 거야.
지지 않겠. 아무도 죽지.
덤벼보시지. 봐주지 않아.
여러분, 여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요.
Just give me the event soon. Oh. Here you go. Press this button. When you press this, that button on this slate event, there's another there's another slate event that can also proc that you can get the same thing on. But both of them activate this. It starts glowing. you get an epiphany. It's always him, by the way. Yeah, sure. Now I can use the save data. And then this will pop up. And that means it successfully worked. I mean, this event encounter can give you 2 divine epiphanies. I'm just gonna go through the whole run because there is an achievement for getting both of the slates in one run. So in case I get that, I'm just gonna go all the way.
지지 않겠어. 응징하겠어요. 준비됐어. 칠흑 속에 새겨지는 죄들이여. 자비 따윈 없어. 대기 중. 전술 기동. 만개 흐름.
One down.
여러분, 야! 이 정도면 문제 맛 좀 보시길 바라겠습니다.
That used to be a person. That one too. I want to know why the Crusader robots are here.
지지 않겠어요.
It's because it's chaos.
여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 준비됐어.
효율적인 공격이었습니다.
대기 중. 전술 기동. 만개 흐름. 준비됐어. 야! 대기 중. 전술 기동. 준비됐어. 칠흑 속에 새겨지는 죄들이여.
Lash on. Here it is. Right? Yes. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I don't care. Take that. There's a third event, actually, that can get it as well, but basically if you see this symbol, you can summon the boss.
여러분, 준비하시죠. 응징하겠어요. 대기 중. 이 정도면 좋겠지? 준비됐어. 전술 기동.
Didn't kill.
정도는 지지 않겠어요. 에덴이티의 이름으로 처단하겠습니다. 대단하시네요. 전술 기동. 만개흐라. 걱정 마십시오. 맛 좀 보시길 바라겠습니다. 준비됐어. 덤벼. 대기 중. 봐주지 않아. 준비됐어. 하모니 암정발. 어라, 언제 오셨지? 어서 오세요. 현명하신 선택이에요. 다시 찾아와 주세요.
I gotta reroll this one.
여러분, 준비하시죠. 도와드릴게요. 가! 대기 중. 준비됐어. 이 정도면 문제 없습니다. 걱정 맛 좀 보시길
Just
바라겠습니다.
give a few more pops.
대기 중. 준비됐어. 이 정도면 좋겠지? 대기 중. 준비됐어. 대기 중. 전술 기동. 만개흐라. 준비됐어. 자비 따윈 없어. 않겠어요. 에덴이
네.
키우의 이름. 야!
예상 소요 시간 확인. 이번 임무도 계획대로 완수했습니다.
You talking about the thing people run into inside of the chaos? They used to be. I think they still are, but
여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 야! 이 정도면 준비됐어. 칠흑 속에 새겨지는 죄들이여. 맛 좀 보시길 바라겠습니다. 지지 않게 여러분의
일단
힘을 빌려주세요. 대기 중 전술 기동 만개 흐름. 여러분 모두의 힘을 모아 응징하겠어요. 걱정 마. 전 이런 것도 할 수 있습니다. 이 정도면 문제. 창조의 힘이여. 걱정 마. 창조의 힘이여. 맛 좀 보시길 바라겠습니다.
the angels are not human though.
지지 않겠어요. 에덴이티의 이름으로 처단하겠습니다.
These are all humans, of course. Dead.
어서 오세요. 크레딧은 충분히 가져오셨죠? 말끝 살아있으면 또 봐요. 꼭이야? 어떻게 있겠어? 여러분, 준비하시죠. 에덴이티의 이름으로 처단하겠습니다.
Whoops, I one-shot it. That's by the curator.
지지 응징하겠어요. 여러분, 에데니티오의 이름으로 처단하겠습니다.
That was easy.
이 정도면 할 수 있습니다. 지지 않겠어요. 준비됐어. 여러분, 준 에데니티오의 이름으로 처단하겠습니다. 지지 지켜드릴게요. 막아보겠습니다. 여러분, 준비하시죠.
Can you stop giving me all the divines in the world? Can't save them all.
뒤늦은 후회보단 앞으로 나아갈 힘을 지지 않겠어요. 여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 야! 이 정도 전 이런 것도 할 수 있습니다. 걱정 마십시오. 창조의 힘이여! 이 정도면 창조의 힘이여! 여러분, 준비하시죠. 여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 야!
Whoops, killed him again. That was a weird stutter.
뭘 보고 있냐고? 아무것도.
And we're almost to the boss.
지지 않겠어요. 여러분, 준비하시죠. 여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 야! 응징하겠어요. 걱정 마십시오. 전 이런 것도 할 수 있습니다. 이 정도면 문제 없음. 창조의 힘이여! 걱정 마. 창조의 힘이여! 뒤늦은 후회보단 앞으로 나아갈. 맡겨주시죠. 야! 대기 중. 모든 것을 걸고. 덤벼. 지지 않겠어요. 하!
Oh, can't believe I didn't have that.
준비됐어. 전술 기록. 여러분, 준비하시죠. 지지 않겠어요. 여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 야! 모든 것을 걸고. 여러분, 준비하시죠. 대파하지 않아. 전술 기동. 만개 흐름. 지지 않겠어요. 여러분, 준비하시죠. 응징하겠어요. 준비됐어. 칠흑 속에 새겨지는 죄들이여. 이 정도면 문제 없습니다. 맛 좀 보시길 바라겠습니다. 레센더! 이거야! 지지 않겠. 여러분, 준비하시죠. 에덴이티의 이름. 야!
Hey, they're back.
지지 않겠. 응징하겠어요. 걱정 마십시오. 흡! 도와드릴게요. 야! 여러분, 여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 전 이런 것도 할 수 있습니다. 이 정도면 문제 없. 창조의 힘이요! 걱정 마십시오. 대기 중. 자비 따윈 없어. 준비됐어. 전설
효율적인 공격이었습니다.
만개 흐름. 이 정도면 문제 없습니다. 걱정 마십시오. 맛 좀 보시길 바라겠습니다. 지지 않겠어요. 뒤늦은 후회보단 앞으로 나아가. 이 정도면 됐겠지? 모든 것을 걸고. 이 정도면 문제 없습니다. 걱정 마십시오. 맛 좀 보시길 바라겠습니다. 창조의 힘이요! 덤벼.
I'm the bully a big monster.
함장! 잠시 정비 중이었...
See? What goes here?
이건... 좀 어렵겠네요. 여러분, 준비하시죠. 여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 모두의 힘을 모아 제게 맡겨주세요. 뒤늦은 후회보단 앞으로 나아가. 지지 않겠어요. 여러분의 힘을 빌려주세요. 저는 여러분, 준비하시죠. 에덴이키의 이름으로. 대기. 전술 기록. 준비됐어. 모든 것을 걸고. 빠지지 않아. 대기 중.
Done.
칠흑 속에 새겨지는 죄들이여. 작은 빛을 모으고 모아.
Killed by Heidmarie.
날카롭고 찬란하게. 이번 연주는 여기까지.
I swear, isn't the first boss that doesn't explode when it dies? Or is it just all... I think they're just all Great Rift bosses. I don't duplicate it, I can do another. Yeah, but that's how you do the secret boss. Well, the first secret boss. There is going to be a second secret boss.
해야 할 일을 했을 뿐이야.
Oh, so I didn't get the right ones for the mission. Okay. I got the wrong slate encounters. But yeah. That was everything I had planned, so before I go, gonna do one tempo to say goodbye. A Tressa, okay. But yeah, with that, that is everything I had planned for today. So, take care, Protoss, and until 0 turns to 1, and make sure to keep you informed on the lore and story of KS0 Nightmare. Keep her out.